They hold them and they eat them like a corn on the cob, and they peel it.
They kind of just like rotate it on the teeth and peel around
It's-
it.
It is adorable, right? Because of their little movements.
Oh, it's awesome.
It's like
You
Tom
know-
Hanks in Big when he was eating the corn, the little
It's
baby
true.
corn.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
exactly.
And what's cute actually is Big Daddy and I found a baby squirrel a couple weeks ago, and I was feeding it, and then it was following me. It was not a good thing. And then it bit somebody. Okay, that's a long story. Did I tell you about?
Yeah, I did.
Oh my God. And then she thought she had rabies, and squirrels don't carry rabies. But
no
she went to
squirrel
the
carries
ER
rabies.
because it never broke her skin.
Okay, I have a question, and this is serious because two
You're
questions.
so smart.
One,
Winnie.
I've spent a lot of time in California, particularly Southern California. There's the Torrey Pines Reserve. There's the ocean, La Jolla.
Balboa Park.
Balboa Park. There are squirrels that are fucking ninja squirrels that will
They're
like
smart
actually,
little suckers. They're hungry.
They look like they're going to attack your ass. What's up with those squirrels? Why are they like squirrels that gone bad?
They're very hungry, and they'll do what they can to get the food.
If they've been fed too, they have no
Yes.
shame, or they're not afraid. Like at my college campus, I went to University of San Diego, and there'd be squirrels all over the cafeteria area that would come up, and I'd hand them a Dorito, and they'd sit there and hold the Dorito in his two hands and just and kind of just
And they're
munch on it.
texting their other squirrel friends
Yeah, get
saying,
your ass over here.
Come one, come all.
I got a
Those
good gig.
squirrels have evolved.
They have
I'm
evolved.
telling you.
He's got a bag of them.
And you know what? I always wonder, they build their little houses. Have you ever seen them up in the trees? And I'm like, what? How did they stay there all winter and during storms? You know what? They use squirrel glue.
Squirrel glue.
I don't know what it's made out of, but they have some sort of squirrel glue.
They'd
they're
make-
using.
they'd
If
make
it's a male, I have an idea.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
And why is there
Interesting.
why is there always one albino squirrel in the pack? Is that the same albino that's everywhere?
Yeah,
Are
no,
you
it's-
just seeing that one that just happens to be?
He gets around. It's one.
So I have a question. If you have an albino one and then there's the black ones too, what happens? Do they have mulatto babies?
Wow.
I'm serious. What color do the fourth grade education?
The albino is a recessive gene,
Not so kosher.
usually not. But
the albino's stronger?
no, they're the recessive.
Recessive, yeah.
So they're not going
So
to.
do they come out gray?
You would need two little white guys to have a white guy.
Wow.
So-
I think.
You're smart,
would it-
Dr.
I
Jewlittle.
thought I was.
Would it be safe to say you're like the squirrel whisperer?
I could be I just have to tell you a funny story about a squirrel.
Please do.
So this is how I got started in being interested in squirrels, is that I had a cat and I felt bad for the cat. So I started feeding the squirrels so the squirrels would come on the deck and give entertainment to my cat.
Do you have
Okay.
a big deck?
I got a big deck.
Is it,
Deck.
what color is it painted? Black? Is it a black deck?
It's mulatto.
It's a mulatto deck.
Do you like to have people sit on your deck?
Oh yeah, all the time. I sit on it as often as I can.
Okay.
This is gone
And that's what you hear. when you-
awry.
Yeah.
I have a circumcised deck.
Wow.
Can we be serious?
Okay, sorry.
All
we
right,
need
so I have to get back to my story.
Quit
So
squirreling around.
right, we went there. So my cat would love to watch the squirrels, but there was one squirrel that came all the time, and my cat could open the screen door and go sit out, and she would do that, and the squirrel.
Your cat could open the screen
if
door.
it wasn't locked, she took her paw. I have video of it walking
because
right
I didn't
out.
believe it. You didn't
No.
believe it, kind of thing.
No, well, it's one time I forgot to lock the door at night, and I woke up and the squirrel's in my bedroom, like right outside, because
That would freak me the fuck out.
Yeah, I was like, no, get out. This is where I draw the line. But anyway, so one day, well, my
That's where you draw the line.
Squirrels in the bedroom. So I would love to know what else we could get away with.
anything up to that point. Of
Okay.
course.
Good to know.
So the squirrel's on the porch, and my cat decides to go out, and they're like together, and I'm like, nothing's happening. But my cat sort of approaches the squirrel kind of gently, and the squirrel stands up on its hind legs and punches my cat in the face. It was like a sucker punch.
Did it pass out?
No, could you imagine it rolled over?
It was a
its eyes.
pussy punch.
Yeah, it was oh man. And then the cat just sat there, and from then on, those two were friends. It's like that squirrel gained the respect of my
Wow.
pussy cat.
Oh.
That
Oh,
just happened.
Wow, that did.
Suddenly I'm more interested.
Well, what do you have a lot of squirrels in your neighborhood?
Oh God, yeah, and I feed them, and they're
You
fun.
feed them.
Yeah.
What do you feed them?
Well, the best thing is unsalted anything. Like you can't put salt on stuff because it's hard for them to get water, and sometimes they can
Yeah,
get so
I knew
thirsty.
that because I was feeding that baby one the almonds without salt on it.
Yeah, no salt. Don't
Because
give them
I
anything
did
with salt.
leave water there in case it was a little too salty for
They
me.
love apples. They love bananas.
Do they?
love grapes.
Do they eat a lot of apples right now during the Rosh Hashanah period?
Oh yeah, and then we put during Rosh Hashanah, I put honey on them for
Oh,
them.
that's so nice of
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Like orange blossom honey?
Well, I haven't
All
yet,
right.
but that's a good idea. I'm glad you said
They'd
that.
probably enjoy that one. Or
Sure.
maybe a maple honey.
Yep.
I know some people really like
During
that.
during Hanukkah, I give them little what do we
Luck.
latkes shaped like little acorns.
No, you don't.
Do you make them at home?
Oh, sure. I have a little acorn
Little dreidels.
cutter and then little dreidels.
All right, do you make
Out of
it
acorns?
with yeah, there you go.
That
do you
would be
grate them?
cute.
That would be cute, wouldn't it?
Yes,
I
we
like
could market
that.
them for sure.
We could.
Yes,
Sure, they're people too.
they're people too.
They're people too. That's sweet.
You have such a great vibe about you. So, like, I imagine, like, when you're walking downtown Minneapolis, and all of a sudden there's butterflies and birds. That
Yeah, just like in Snow White.
you're like,
Do you know that I get dressed every day by some bluebirds?
and you actually believe that, don't you?
Yeah, they carry into my clothes.
Yeah.
Sure.
Where did we find you again?
I found her.
I sleep in
I
one of
found
the
her.
the bed that the squirrel made
Oh,
with the squirrel glue.
She was feeding the squirrels, and I thought I'd help her along and bring her in here.
You're sort of
Seemed
adorable.
interesting.
You're really special to us. We thank you so much, and we are going to.
I think we should play a little Truth or Dare with Dr. Jewlittle.
I hope she's up for it because
Yeah.
when we
It's
have
a little rough today.
it is a little rough.
I'll do my best.
Are you up for
Okay.
this?
All right. You
Do my
sure?
best.
Okay,
Got a little
cool.
Truth or Dare.
Okay, but first we're going to do a little station break. We are coming to you from Alive and Social Network. We are Not So Kosher. Really quick, I want to talk about one of our other really cool podcasts. I'm going to help you to now understand why we're so great, because we have so many different shows for you people just to reach you. We have sports, variety, entertainment, food, and this one particular is called The Neighbor Ladies. And so, from my understanding, and you've heard this show, right, Bex?
Yeah, absolutely. Fabulous.
What do you love about it? What stands out for you?
Because it really hits home. It's what I felt as a younger adult with small children at home.
I know that
It
radio
felt
host
good.
Colleen Cruz has been around the Twin Cities for a long time. She's super funny. Grant, you know.
She's
Yeah,
amazing.
and I'm actually the handyman producer. My character's Handyman Grant on that show.
You're that guy?
I love that show. Yeah, it's fun. Not as cool as this show. We have a lot of fun on this show too, but my gosh, those ladies, they go from sex ed to politics to comedy across the board. It's a funny show.
So
They're
they're
great.
friends. They're all kind of girlfriends,
Yes.
and they're on the show, and they talk about their kids and whatnot. And sometimes, like, for the first time, your child says, "What, you?"
Yeah, fuck you.
Okay, you can say
I can
that?
say, yeah.
Well, anyway, it's hilarious. So it's like The View without a filter, basically. Check it out weekly at aliveandsocial.com. That is The Neighbor Ladies. But, of course, now you're listening to Not So Kosher. And now, speaking of Not So Kosher, we're going to have a game that's called...
That's really not so kosher.
It's Truth or Dare, ladies and gentlemen.
And we
awesome.
have the first one we have is Truth or Dare. You need to pick Dr. Winnie.
Okay, I will do truth.
It's Juth here.
Oh,
We go with Juth.
I'm
Hold
gonna
on,
pick juice.
take off an item of clothing for that.
Oh
my
wow.
God. Check out
Are
that
you?
Iraq.
Wow. Iraq.
Wow.
Damn,
Wow.
it's a double D. All right,
Triple.
so I need you to tell me A, B, C, or D.
Okay.
Okay. What does your V smell like? Okay. A, plantains. B, vanilla wafer cookies. C, Brussels sprouts that were marinated in Paul Newman Italian dressing.
Not a plug, though. For
Or D, a bologna sandwich that's been sitting on the counter for a day or so.
Pineapple. Oh, but that
Pineapple,
wasn't.
no. Plantains.
No, what was the second one?
Second was vanilla
Oh,
wafers.
vanilla wafers.
Vanilla wafers.
Did you say vanilla wafers?
Yes.
Okay, well, you didn't tell her about the other portion of the game, did you?
Oh, I didn't.
Well, not only do you have to do a juice,
You're
but you also
right.
have to do a dare.
All right.
So
Because you picked vanilla
you did
wafers.
vanilla wafers. Now, if we were spinning from the wheel of misfortune, we would have this really cool box of Illinois. This is going to be awesome. I don't know if I can say this. Or
Yeah, I think
am I
you
going to get in
can.
trouble?
Should I be scared?
You're going to be really scared. What you have to do is go into the other room and take the vanilla wafer, go in there and get a swatch of your femininity.
This is taking a turn for the worse.
It's called a swab.
I call it a swatch.
Swatch is fabric.
No, you mean
swab
a swab.
is like a swab is like when you go to the doctor and they have to take a little swab of
Oh,
you.
like the
Yes,
swatch would be if you went to the fabric store. and you
Yes.
have-
That is little,
Can you
yeah.
help me find something that matches this swatch? A smear. Oh, Grant's got smear going on there. They smear the glass with your.
Do you remember
Swatch.
the
Swatch
swatch
watches.
The swatch watch? That was a big deal. The interchangeable.
I have
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
All right, go in the bathroom for God's sakes.
With this
Okay.
vanilla wafer and
Come back.
swab yourself, and then I am going to test it. I'm going to taste it and tell you what if I think it. Well,
That ain't
would-
right.
That ain't right.
That ain't right.
All right, we can skip it.
Okay, good.
So but that was what I had for my juice or dairy because the next one really is not befitting for
Well,
her.
if you want
Did you want me for
I
you?
can take that vanilla wafer and do it for you.
Ooh.
Okay,
Oh my
now I'm all
God.
hot and bothered.
Okay,
Hello.
but I could have a juice or dare for you, Mr. Bobby, Miss Bobby. Wow.
Really? Wow.
What's that about today?
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. So, or maybe Grant wants one.
I think we both should play the same.
Okay, you guys can each take your pick. Okay. Okay, your favorite body part on a woman is A, a vagina, B, cankles, C, the juiciness underneath her breasts on a hot summer day. Sorry.
It's not bad.
Or D, I can't pronounce it. The perineum, also called taint.
It's the area in between the two.
Chaka.
Areas.
You got it.
It taints your ass and it taints your vagina.
Yeah, the runway, the gooch, is generally defined as the surface region in both the male and female between the areas. Okay, so
Do you see the look?
again, I'll tell you what would be
Our
I'm
two
gonna
fellas
say-
just turned to a pillar of salt. What do we do now?
I don't know. Let's
have-
make them pepper.
What's your response, Bob?
I was going to go with A for sure.
Vagina.
Yeah, I mean, is it a part?
Well, I'm gonna go with
Part.
the undercarriage of the boob, but not so much on a hot day. But there's something about like on a nice butt. There's that what I call the 2-finger under flap or the boob under flap. That's just kind of sexy. It's really weird. Bobby's got this creepy facial look right
You
now.
are my hero.
But you know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about? A nice butt with just the 2-finger rule.
There's
Yeah.
a technical term for that.
Yeah, well, I call
But
it like
that's-
you just go right under where the butt crevice
Yeah,
is
but
and
that's kind
crowns
of
down.
that's not someone Jewish unless they were 12 and under.
Oh my god.
And
Then no. Then absolutely
I-
no.
or if they
I have
weren't,
that.
if they
Yes.
were,
Becca,
yeah,
you have it
okay,
too.
in your fucking dreams.
I know. I'm
Winnie.
dreaming.
In your dreams.
I have it on my
But
boobs.
Jewish women, after the age of about 25, they're done with that. It's like sunk. You can't even, your fingers do get caught.
Can you come back in and just do that whole thing over again? Explain it.
Explain. Well, okay, so you know what I mean? Like when you have a nice butt.
Oh, we know what you're talking
And
about.
yeah,
Oh, he's
and there's
getting
that,
off- he's
there's that.
making
It's kind of cupping. It's like you cup a boob or you
Do
cup
we
a
have
butt
time
cheek.
for the repeat?
Bobby's getting all hot and bothered
Wow.
over here.
Dr. Jewlittle.
He wanted you to repeat it just so he could, like, he's getting, like,
My boss will listen
Hot.
to this, and she'll probably think I'm the most perverted person.
I
Well,
love
wait,
that.
you look so sweet and innocent, and then you come up with that, and you're like, who
Oh,
are
the
you?
little. my
Well, we're
little-
having fun here.
No, no, I love
What did
it.
you tell me before? We're having fun here.
No,
Absolutely.
it's awesome.
no, you're good, Grant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have
All
more,
right.
a newfound respect for you.
So if my bosses are listening, I apologize.
What happens at Alive and Social
Or
does
your
not
mother.
stay at Alive and Social.
Yes,
Yeah,
Mom.
definitely not.
Definitely not. So that's pretty good. That's pretty racy for us.
Okay, that's true, but now we're going to take it down a notch.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to get a little bit of our Judaism flowing in here, real Judaism
Okay,
flowing.
cool.
I have
It's
some
going to take
questions.
more than a notch from where we started.
I know.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Wow, my brother. Thank you.
So I have a few questions for you for the upcoming holiday, Yom Kippur or Yom Kippur,
Yom
depending
Kippur.
on what time of the day you're saying it.
Exactly.
Why do we fast on Yom Kippur?
Because we like to fucking suffer.
Why do we suffer?
Because it makes us reflect on the people before us that
That
came into McDonald's and they were like, we're not serving 101 Jews.
you're
today.
right. Ooh, ouch, ow, snap,
I don't
that
know
hurt.
where that even came from.
Okay,
Wow.
Wow.
Doctor,
You're still messed up over Grant's.
Yeah, he's still hot and bothered by my butt cheek comment.
Yeah.
There you go, Dr. Jewlittle. Which holiday is known as the rejoicing of the law? This is a multiple choice question.
Thank God.
Yom Kippur, Purim, or Simchas Torah?
Simchas Torah.
Very good.
God, when she says it like that.
She's good. I know. It's almost like a French woman
Oy.
in a little